أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم واخشوا يوما لا يجزي والد عن ولده ولا مولود هو جاز عن والده شيئا إن وعد الله حق فلا تغرنكم بالحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور إن الله عنده علم الساعة وينزل الغيث ويعلم ما في الأرحام وما تدري نفس ماذا تكسب غدا وما تدري نفس بأي أرض تموت إن الله عليم خبير صدق الله العظيم.
Surah Luqman, ayat number 33 and 34. O mankind, fear your Lord and fear a day when no father will avail his son, nor a son will avail his father at all. Indeed, the promise of Allah is true. So let not the worldly life deceive you, delude you, and be not deceived about Allah by the deceiver. Indeed, Allah alone has the knowledge of the hour and sends down the rain and knows what is in the wombs. And no soul perceives what it will earn tomorrow. And no soul perceives in what land it will die. Indeed, Allah is all-knowing, acquainted. I call upon Sami Bhai to introduce Ustad and start the session right away.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That's it. Okay, very good. Can I have everyone stand up? It's a small activity. I want a little more charge you. Can you all stand up? Can you lift your both your hands? Very good. All of you? Backbenchers? Yeah. Okay. Now get it 90 degrees here. Fold your hands. Twist it like this and hold it. Okay, where's your thumb? Down, right? Both your thumbs are down. Now can you make it on top? Whoever can do it, sit down. Whoever can't try, keep trying. Yeah, sit down. Whoever tried, sit down. Whoever could. What happened? Try. नीचे है. So you should ensure कि वो ऊपर आए. How do you try? See, many of them have tried. अंदर से करो. हाँ. Okay, good. हो गया? नहीं हुआ? Okay, so simple. Okay. Yeah, please. All of you take your seats. Barakallah Fiqh. Today is a session on creative teaching. I hope as teachers you know what creativity is. So, without creativity, I don't think you could be a good teacher. So that's mandatory. That's the first priority of a teacher, how creative you are in taking your classes. Right? Right? Are you all creative? Who all are creative in your classes? You have a lot of activities. You create enthusiasm in your class. Your students like you. They want to be part of your class. That's because you're introducing creativity. How many of your students like you as a teacher? Very few. Very few. Okay, wonderful. Jazakallah khair. Okay, let me introduce, before I introduce Ustad, I would thank FEE. FEE is an organization of Islamic schools who made it possible for Ustad to come here and ensure that he goes around the country. We have finished 3 cities and 3 more cities are on the pipeline. Pune, Mumbai, 2 more cities. So FEE is an organization, and the second, and along with that, I would like to thank Uwais Bhai. Where's Uwais Bhai here? Okay, Uwais Bhai. So I would like to thank Uwais Bhai who made it, with all his efforts. We're not supposed to come to Ahmedabad. It's only because of him. He stood his ground and he said, without Ahmedabad, Ustad is not going back to South Africa. Okay, so because of him, Jazakallah khair Uwais Bhai for all your efforts, and also the sponsors who made it possible. Okay, Ustad is from South Africa. He's been a teacher all along, 40 years experience. He's a teacher, been an English teacher. He was a headmaster. He was a director of a lot of Islamic schools. Practical experience, he's done it. Okay, he has all the experiences running at an Islamic school. So that's the whole reason all of you are here. You ask what are doubts are there, what are the problems you are facing in your school as an Islamic school, otherwise also. Okay. Let us not stick ourselves that we are Islamic schools, we are unique, nothing like that. Ultimately, it's the academics that you are offering to the students. Okay. I am from Manipal group. Manipal is non-Islamic, but I am from Manipal group. We are 150. I know, anyone you have heard Manipal University, Sikkim Manipal? Wonderful. Okay, so half of them know it. So we have more than 150 schools, colleges, universities, so around 1.5 lakh pass outs every year. I am a CEO of that organization. Okay, I have just associated with FEE. Been with Ustad for a few days. Earlier to that, we also organized Eyes exhibition. That was the first chance for us to know what Ustad is all. Okay, so now he is from South Africa. Like I said, he right now travels across the world. He's a motivational speaker. He takes sessions for management, school management, for teachers, for students, for parents. We had yesterday with students in the afternoon, and we also had with parents in the evening. Alhamdulillah, very wonderful session. Today we have with you. So the program ends at 4 o'clock. Okay. In between we have a lunch. So his should be a very interactive. The more questions you ask, alhamdulillah, the more beneficial. See, whatever questions you ask will be somewhere related to all others. Okay, could be related. So the more you ask, others also get benefited. And the more you ask, you will get more answers to what you are. So we also have PowerPoint presentation slides, but I would prefer that you ask him your problems, what you are facing. And alhamdulillah, I am sure that he is going to make sure you get all the answers for your questions. Okay, so over to you, Ustad.
YMS Foundation, FEE, Federation of Islamic Institute of India और गुजरात सार्वजनिक की तरफ से ये जो प्रोग्राम मुनक़िद किया गया है, लास्ट में लोग शायद आगे पीछे हो या मतलब आप थके हो, उससे पहले सबसे पहले हमारी दावत पे जो टीचर्स, प्रिंसिपल, ट्रस्टीज़ यहाँ पर आए और जिन्होंने टीचर्स को भेजा, उनका हम बेहद शुक्रगुजार है कि ये प्रोग्राम सिर्फ टीचर्स के लिए है और सारे टीचर्स इतनी तादाद में आए, इसके लिए जो भी ट्रस्टी हजरात या प्रिंसिपल्स ने ताउन दिया उसका हम बेहद शुक्रगुजार करते। इंग्लिश में है, गुजराती मीडियम के कुछ भी टीचर्स है, लेकिन हमें पता है कि हमारे टीचर इंग्लिश अच्छे से समझ सकते हैं, तो आप ज़रूर फ़ायदा उठाएं और उत्साह से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि प्लीज़ गो इन अ स्लो स्पीड सो दैट आवर गुजराती टीचर कैन ऑल्सो गेट इट वेरी वेल। थैंक यू वेरी मच। अल्लाह हाफिज़।
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Lord of all the worlds, to whom we belong, to whom is our return, and may His choicest blessings go to the highest of Allah's creation, our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the finest creation, the most eloquent ambassador for humanity at large, and inspiration to all of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before I begin with my presentation proper, I want to engage you. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know what is holding you back in terms of your growth. I want you to know, for example, that this noble profession you belong to, how dynamic are you? What impact are you having in the lives of children? Therefore, the first part of my presentation is why schooling. Let's talk about schooling. Let us understand that. Let us understand that. Now, I don't know about you, but I know about myself. I know about myself. I know that I love the following things. I love change. I love change. I love students. I love to learn. I love excellence. I love creativity. I love teamwork. I love to reflect on myself all day, every day, and ask myself whether I'm having an impact on the life of children. I say to people, I say to everyone, and I say this to you, and I want to ask you a question. Are all of you here with me today? Are you here with me? You know what I mean? You are here physically present. Are you emotionally present? You are here. And remember this, and I'll say it again to you. I say it to all of you. If you do not change within 48 hours, it's unlikely you're going to change. All of this is a waste of time that you come here, you make this sacrifice, and you say, wow, I've learned something. Or wow, what he said, I may disagree with him. I got no issue. I don't expect all of you all to agree with me. If you disagree with me, I won't get upset with you. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's very, very important, very, very critical that you understand. Now that's the first part. The second part is this. You got to understand that we are living at a time when the ummah is bleeding. We are in pain. Our children require direction. Our homes are lost. The media controls their mind. So what do you need to do as a teacher? There was a time, it was enough that your children learned 1 + 1 is 2. Khalas, it's over. That was enough. You know why? Because the homes were playing the part. Society was playing the part. But today is different. Today it is very different. Today you got to tell the child 1 + 1 is 2. And what you also got to do is you got to be a role model for the children. You also make them love what is good. A good teacher is dynamic. A good teacher empowers children, makes them love good. He changes their attitude. He makes them love faith. He makes them love themselves. And most importantly, he or she, when they leave the school, they want to help humanity. That's important. You accept that? Good. Now, I want to begin by asking you a question. And I want you to think about it. It may be difficult to have large interactive groups, but we can start off that you speak to your neighbor. I want you to write down for me very importantly, write down for me 10 things that have changed in the lives of our children in the last 10 years. 10 things that have changed in the lives of our children in the last 10 years. You understand my question? You understand my question, all of you? You understand? 10 things that have changed in the lives of our children in the last 10 years.
10 things that have changed. Please make sure every one of you is taking notes, because what we have done is we have put a award for the best note-taking teacher today. So whatever Ustad is saying, we want your notes by tomorrow to be submitted to Rafiq Bhai, okay, or Asif Bhai, principal and manager of Crescent School. We get them to us, and we will judge and give the best note-taking teacher award. So start taking notes, good notes. You have to, make good points, bullets.
I'll give you another 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I have penned down few things and I would just like to read few. The first thing that came to my mind was the mobile phones have replaced playing on a playground. So technology, the number one point.
Right.
Second is social networking sites. Like since we were there in our schools, we did not have any FB account. And WhatsApp and all things were not there. So these are the things that have come in our children's life in the past 10 years. Apart from that, the definition of happiness has changed. Like when we were in the school, some few things like spending time with our family was a happy moment for us. But these days, students find happiness with their friends, and maybe they find happiness and memory by taking selfies. They don't interact with people, and they are just busy with their own circles.
Fine. Next point. Yes, good.
Family life. The parents are very busy, and whenever people get time, I've seen generally that parents sit with their mobiles.
Yes.
So they hardly get time. So the family life has changed. Apart from that, fashion statement, even a small child wants matching shoes and matching accessories. We did not, we were not that much fashion freak when we were children. But these days, even first standard student wants very different things to use in the school as well as in the personal life. So these are the points.
No, Allah bless you. Excellent points.
Barakallah.
Now, anyone else, please.
Yes.
I want you to add to it, not to repeat it. Add to it, right? Okay, come, sister.
Yeah. So lack of discipline in the classroom, because they are fidgeting, just getting restless and not able to sit in the classroom for long sessions. Lack of understanding. They don't want to understand. They just one go. They want to learn quickly. They don't want to spend much time, and they are updated because of internet and everything. They are updated before teacher. They know more and many more things before us. So we need to update it before. Like teachers have to be one step ahead with instead of your students, and they are not obedient, I would say, because nowadays I felt that children are not ready to listen to elders. They are doing whatever they feel, whatever is right or wrong, they feel like we are saying and we are correct.
Okay, very good point. Yes, sister.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. The reasoning ability of children is definitely changing. Their approach and demands, their likings and dislikings, their agreement with us or the adults or the teachers and the parents. Their horizons are definitely expanding. Family bonding and social life is getting a new picture, and the status definition which every child wants to make for his or her own self in her own jurisdiction, whether that is a class or a group or the society, wherever, but they want to define themselves as individuals.
The thing just now came in my mind that before, when we were children, when we were students, we used to get a lot of time. But nowadays, students are not having time. They engage themselves in all this, what you call, mobile phone and games and all. Nowadays, they are not having outdoor activities.
Okay, right.
and the way they are eating.
The foods, yes.
Yeah, the foods.
Okay.
And I would like to tell you that try to make them eat your homemade food.
Okay.
So,
my homemade.
yeah.
I must learn to cook, make dua, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and one more thing is that the behavior
Yeah.
towards all the elders, the younger ones have also changed.
Okay.
And nowadays they are not having so much importance for school. Before, when we were studying in school, we were getting so much.
Yes, I think that point has been raised.
Yeah.
Jazakumullah,
Yeah.
sister. Allah bless you. Anyone else wants to add anything else? Yes? Right. Only if you want to add anything else, right?
I think even the expectations from parents and society from our children is also rising. And not just the expectation, theirs is a very competitive age than it was. Okay.
Okay, right. Right there in front there. Last one I'm taking. Last one. Oh, you all help.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I have few points to say. The lack of vision. The students nowadays do not have a proper vision of their future or their...
Yeah, okay.
Next one is, sir, the lack of humanity.
Humanity.
Yeah. Today's students are very violent. The reason is that the advertisement or the media. Second thing is they do not have proper guideline. What to do in future or what is their what will be their career. The most important thing is the irrespect of the elders.
Yeah.
Today's students are not respecting their elders also.
Yes.
Next one is blind faith in technology.
Yeah.
They have blind faith.
Yeah.
They understand that what they are telling, the Facebook or WhatsApp, that is the truth.
Okay.
Next one is, sir, lack of understanding in education. They do not understand the importance of education. Yeah. Or the most important thing, that they do not have proper guidance of Islamic education also. And last one, family atmosphere is lacking also.
Ji. Okay, Jazakumullah, right?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
See, because of the competition in the students, the family, the parents expect everything based from their kids. And there is jealousy among the ladies also that my neighbor's daughter or son is going so far. And finally, the things have become very costly. So many classes, even for madrasas, they go for madrasa and again tuition for madrasa, schooling and then tuition for that schooling and all that, So that's the reason why the kids are not getting time for any other activities at home.
Okay, Jazakumullah. I'm not taking any more, right? We won't have lots of questions, you'll have a chance. But this is a point. This is a point. All of you recognize that many things have changed, yes? You recognize it. You recognize the life form of the child has changed. You recognize the eating habits have changed. You recognize that the father and mother are no more in charge of the children. You recognize there is ill discipline in the school. You recognize all of these things. There is one more point you did not mention. One more point you did not mention. There are also other points we could not mention everything. For me, this is also a very, very critical point. What is the attention span of children today? What is the attention span of children? The attention span of children, one study says, is only 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Now the point of it all, you recognize as a teacher, you recognize that the landscape has changed. You recognize the landscape of the mind has changed. You recognize the values have changed. You recognize the work ethic has changed. You recognize all of these things have changed. But how many of you, this is it. How many of you, because you recognize that all of these things have changed, you have made sure that in the classroom, when you are there, you are making sure that you are presenting your material in a dynamic way, that you're presenting it in a way, in a creative way, so you're able to grab the attention of the child. Because please, a teacher, I won't say good teacher, because you're a teacher, you should be good. A teacher will never ever blame any one of these things if he fails to impact on the child. He will not blame the father, the mother, the environment, or the friends. He will take full responsibility. And when he cannot engage them, he'll reflect on himself and he'll ask himself, what do I need to do differently? What do I need to do differently? Remember this. I believe, if you are a creative, you're supposed to be a teacher, if you're dynamic, you understand the world of children, you'll inspire them. You'll inspire them. Now to share with you two things very quickly. And it's a question also, but I've not asked you for your response. I want you to think about your favorite teacher. Right? For some of us, it's a long time ago. Your favorite teacher. I want you to think about this person. Could be a female or a male. What was so special about this teacher? And I've asked these questions in many parts of the world. What is so special about this teacher? What did you like about this teacher? Think about. All of you put your hands up if you have someone in mind. Put your hands up if you are thinking about one teacher or two teachers. Right? Put your hands up so I can see you. All of you should have your hands up. Unless none of your teachers were favorite. Right? Sometimes it can happen. Suddenly, you get all kinds of teachers. Put your hands up so I can see you. Now let me tell you this. This is a point, you see. I've yet to come across anyone who told me that my favorite teacher was a teacher who knew his subject matter. No. I came across these sayings, these statements. I liked my teacher because he was concerned about me. I liked my teacher because he made his lessons exciting and meaningful. I liked my teacher because he was a friend to me. I liked my teacher because he had a sense of humor. Am I right or wrong? Right. Therefore, it is said, remember these words. Remember these words. A teacher is not a sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. A teacher, I want all of you to repeat. A teacher, all of you. Come on, my boys and girls. You're so naughty. Say, right. And I hope you have a sense of humor. Some of you are looking a bit constipated from here. Smile, I know you're alive and well, right? So, say, a teacher is not a sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. A teacher is not a sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. A teacher is not a sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. Now all of you repeat after me. I like it. I like it. I hope when you go into your classroom that you are energized, you're excited, that you loved your children. You connect with them. You look at them with the eye of love. They would love you when you are showing an interest in them as a whole human being. Now I'll give you 3 stories. My personal life, not to show off or have autographs. But
just for the sage meaning, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you. The sage means the person who knows everything on the stage. So a teacher is not the person who knows everything. She's not the wisest person on the earth, but she is a guide by the side. So you are not a sage on the stage, but you are a guide on the side. So you are not a lecturer. for the student, you are a facilitator for the student. This is the meaning what Ustad is saying. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. Now I want to share with you 3 stories. Could I share the 3 stories? Right. But before I share the stories, I want you to raise your hands after, let me ask the question, not now. Raise your hands. How many of you believe that as a teacher, you are an agent of change? As a teacher, you can impact on the lives of children. As a teacher, you can encourage, inspire your children. Put your hands up. Right. Okay. Now I want to share with you a few stories. Could I share with you? If you say no, I'll still share it with you. I feel so much at home here. Right? So much at home. I want to put on my CV, Ahmedabad. How nice. You're my brothers and my sisters. And I love each one of you. I love each one of you. I love each one. Before I speak, I pray a lot to connect with you. You know what my prayer is? Let me tell you. Do you know what my prayer is? I often say, Ya Allah, I'm not worthy to be talking to these people. Amongst them, they are far better than I am. Give me the words that I can connect with each one of them, so that the beneficiaries are the ummah, the children. If my speech goes well, I want no one to tell me. If there's something I can improve, give someone courage to tell me. That's my dua. So I'm not here to impress you, although I hope you get impressed. I'm not here to impress you. Okay, you see, I love children. And they know I love them. Do you know what's my prayer when I go into a school, into a classroom? My prayer is, Ya Allah, show me the unhappy child. That's my prayer. And Allah shows me. What's the use of you teaching when a child is in pain? You're not even aware of it. So I look at my children with the eye of love. And if for some reason, I was so busy in the class, I did not acknowledge one of my pupils or smile or something, I would phone them up. I say, hello, assalamu alaikum, Fatima, how are you? I was so busy today, I did not engage you. I hope you are well. That's what I used to do. But as a student, I was a very naughty boy. What was I? Say I was naughty. Say naughty? Yes, I was a naughty boy. And many of my teachers never gave me hope. When I was maybe about 14 years old, and I had a teacher of English. He used to read my essay to the class. And there used to be many mistakes. And the class used to laugh at my mistakes. And I should laugh too. So funny. He did not know that I was sensitive about it. I used to go and I used to cry myself to sleep. I used to be a clown. It was like a false front. But in Standard 9, I had another teacher. This teacher was my father's friend. My father's friend. Good friend of my father. And I was sitting at the back of the class. And next to me was a girl. Her name was Indira. Indira. We are doing a poem called God's Grandeur. At that time, I made up my mind, I'm useless. The teacher told me that. The class used to laugh at me. So I'm not showing an interest. So the teacher noticed that I'm not paying attention. So he said to me, Edreis, because pulling her hair and all that, checking her vital signs to see she's alive and well. In case she died or something, her father would have said to me, you are next to my daughter and whatnot. So anyway, He said to me, Edreis, you're a naughty boy, you. I said, no. He said, well, my boy, I am not leaving the class until you give me your interpretation of the last 2 lines of the poem. And you know me, Edreis. You know me. If you do not give me your interpretation, I will give you the cold shoulder. Do you want the cold shoulder from me? I said, no, not from you. So I gave an answer. I expected the class to laugh, you know what they normally do. But there was silence. And that teacher told me, Edreis, why don't you give yourself a chance? That's the best interpretation I ever heard in my life. And he said to me, please repeat your interpretation, because your interpretation is far better than mine, the teacher said. Right? And he went next door class, he said the same thing. Now for me, it was a wow moment. When I realized I have the ability. And for your information, about 8 to 10 years later, I became the chairman of the English Society of South Africa. That was that moment of inspiration. That moment of inspiration. So you, as a teacher, you got to give children hope. You must give them hope. No teacher ever tells his children, you are silly, you're stupid. If you say that once, please believe me, you do not belong to this profession. The only inhibiting factor in the child's growth is not his IQ, but it's you, the teacher. You, the teacher. You, the teacher. Because children know what's in your heart. When I did a survey, when I asked students what qualities you look for in the teacher, you know what they said, the most important quality? They said he must be fair. Because if you're not fair, if you're giving another child preferential treatment, where you do not give another child attention, then immediately they don't want to listen to you. They said a teacher must be fair. He must have a sense of humor. He must bring life to the classroom. He must understand us. And he must be creative. That's what they said. So the students said. You understand? Now let me give you another example of hope. Of hope. You notice something. What I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sustain your attention, right? Now you notice, I'm doing it deliberately. Sometimes I'll walk. Sometimes I'll say something funny. Sometimes I might say something emotional. You understand what I'm doing? Right? So this is important because you cannot lecture to people. This is an awkward situation, the way you are sitting, but there's another matter. I will take responsibility. Right? If any one of you all falls off to sleep, I'll blame myself. Right? But try to keep your eyes open anyway. There was a young boy, and I want you to understand his emotions. There was a young boy of 10. He was going to participate in a swimming gala. He used to wear long pants to school, and his students wondered why he's wearing long pants at the school. He did not tell them that he's got marks throughout his body. And he realized that if his classmates knew that he had marks on his body, they would have scorned him, scoffed at him, and teased him. So what happened? So he was going to take part in the swimming gala a few days later. So he told his father, Daddy, please take me to the doctor. And the father knew why. They went to the doctor, the physician, and the physician, like many doctors, was very clinical. He said to him, "My boy, there is no cure for your disease." And the boy said, "But sir, there has to be a cure. There must be a cure." He said, "I'm the doctor, you are my patient, and I'm telling you there is no cure." Anyway, the boy was very despondent, and on Monday, as he was walking down the schoolyard, he was crestfallen, he was feeling down, he was depressed. As he was walking down, one teacher noticed him, not his own teacher, but one teacher. And that teacher called him, had a conversation with him. I don't think that teacher knew the impact that this conversation is going to have. It has such a profound impact on this boy that this young boy became a doctor, a medical scientist, and he found the cure for the same disease his doctors said there is no cure. Give children hope. Give them hope. Let them know they can do anything. There are possibilities. You are an effective teacher if your students become your teachers. You are an effective teacher if you give them hope and they lead a life of optimism. You understand that? The third story, very quickly, is the following. There was this one teacher. Okay, I want to ask you this question. Think about the answer in your mind. You are leaving your school. You are going to another school. And someone asks you, you're going to the school, what are you going to teach? What are you going to teach? Most of us will give a subject, isn't it? I'm going to teach maths or science. But look at the answer of this teacher. How powerful this is. He says, well, I don't know because I have not met my learners yet. How deep is that? I have not met my learners yet. So he knew that a good teacher responds to the needs and fears of his children. I'm going to give you some statements which you can note down. If you do not learn today, you cannot teach tomorrow. If you do not learn today, you cannot teach tomorrow. The second statement I'm making, if you teach children how you were taught, if you teach children how you were taught, you rob them of their tomorrow. If you teach children how you were taught, you rob them of their tomorrow. You understand that? So that was basically my short introduction. Okay? Are there any questions?
टीचरों आपको बच्चों को उस तरीके से नहीं पढ़ाना है जिस तरीके से आपको पढ़ाया गया था. बात शेख ये कह रहे हैं कि आप 21st सेंचुरी स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ा रहे हैं. आप उस तरीके से नहीं पढ़ाएंगे जिस तरीके से आपको पढ़ाया गया था. और यही कॉल आपको हज़रत अली रज़ी अल्लाह को मिलता है. और उनका यही कॉल है कि अगर आप अपने बच्चों की तरबियत उस तरह कर रहे हैं जिस तरह आपकी तरबियत की गई, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि वो उस ज़माने के लिए पैदा नहीं किए गए जिस ज़माने के लिए आप पैदा किए गए थे. तो हमारी पैदाइश का ज़माना अलग था और हमारी तरबियत का ढंग अलग था. अब हमारे बच्चों का पैदाइश का ज़माना अलग है, तो लाजमी बात है कि उनकी तरबियत और तालीम का तरीका 21st सेंचुरी का होगा.
Okay, I want all of you to look at that slide. Creativity. And I want you, in a few words, I want someone to tell me what kind of teacher is teaching in that classroom. What kind of teacher? Look at that. What kind of teacher?
The best answers get on the spot awards. So give good answers, please.
Right. So what kind of, who wants to try? Who wants to try? Come on. Anyone? Yes.
So if I'm observing this photograph, I can observe the colors of the classroom so that I am guessing this classroom is kindergarten. And teacher has tried to make it more colorful so that children can, or this could be grade 5 till grade 5 students, and teacher has kept in her mind that classroom has to be very colorful and neat and clean, and the furniture of the classroom is arranged well so that children can access easily and they can feel comfortable in the classroom when they are learning something new.
Okay. Now,
Anybody who wants, there's a mic. Yeah.
anyone who has an opposite point of view? Anyone opposite point of view? No one? Yes, it's opposite.
I think that the classroom is not systematized the way she says. It is quite dynamic because I see a round table there. There is a place where the chairs and tables are quite flexible where children can move things. And behind that I can see a rack which has different kind of things maybe. So it's a dynamic classroom where students would be working in the kind of stations or groups and then they can change the places. So I don't think it's like a simple classroom where children has to be steady.
Okay. Right. Next. Last one.
Anybody else?
Last one.
Actually, there's a big difference. I believe that if the classroom setting is for the kindergarten, I don't think it should be in a classroom. I think that the walls restrict their mentality, their development process. So according to me, there should be no class, no walls. They should be free enough to explore. That's what I have a perception.
Last one.
This classroom has different colors. So the teacher wanted to teach that the life of the children have many colors, plus, minus. So they have to handle them. The teacher wanted to teach how to handle the situations which are coming further.
I promised someone. Who I promised?
I don't think if it is a kindergarten or elementary class, it is not a healthy class. There is a dynamic things. There is a colors over there. There is a sitting arrangement, alhamdulillah. But this is something students expect.
Assalamu alaikum. All the positive thoughts I respect, and I can also see I'm with you. But since sir is telling again and again that he want to see a negative side of this thing also, we can see that this classroom is very much designed, pre-prepared. Right? All the chairs are very well designed, very well colored, very well counted, and they are arranged in a very well manner. So it is well prepared. The teacher has a mindset that the children will come and they will sit like this and they will do a creative work. Right? So I think it need to be more creative. The children should have the more opportunity to choose their own way, their own side, their own colors. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now let me tell you this. Yes. No. Yes. Okay. I only ask you last.
Sir, can we have somebody from Gujarati medium so that you can also express your ideas, please? Please.
In this classroom, there is no blackboard. So here, teaching in different way by creativity and using the audio visual apparatus.
Right. Okay, alhamdulillah. Right? Okay, jazak. Okay, now, no, jazakumullah. You'll have your chance because you've got a lot of activities today. Allah bless. Don't get upset with me and say, what's your problem, right? Right. Okay.